Sir, how are you? It's good to see you again.
Hey, good to see you too, Sergeant Martin. How are you?
I'm great. I would be so much better if I was there doing this interview live with you.
That would be pretty cool.
So, sir, we're going to get right to it because we only have a couple of minutes. So I would like, my producer would like me to ask you, if possible, if you can repeat the question, repeat my question in your answer for editing purposes. So my first question is going to be, why is it so important for the Army to have astronauts?
It's so important for the Army to have astronauts because I think historically it makes sense, and it's something we're just continuing. There's a long tradition of it.
To explain what it feels like for us to see you there, could you tell us, being on the International Space Station is, and then fill in the blank?
Being on the International Space Station is complex. It's both. Being on the International Space Station is Being on the International Space Station is complex. Amazing, exhilarating.
Good.
It's a unique opportunity that requires constant attention, but it's an amazing experience to be here.
Sir, you told us when we interviewed you previously that the first thing you wanted to do when you got to space was go into the cupola and look back at the Earth and see the view. Can you explain to us, how was it?
I'm good, they're working on it.
So, comrade up here, the commander for the space station, retired U.S. Marine Colonel. When I first got up here, he took me to the cupola to make sure I got that look. And when I first looked out that window, what really struck me was how big the contrast was between the sunlit Earth and the absolute blackness of space. It made the Earth seem very isolated to me. That was the emotion I had. But the grandeur of the Earth was amazing.
And was it exactly what you expected?
I couldn't have possibly expected it. It's something that I don't think you can even get your brain wrapped around when you're up here. It's so immense that it's really hard to process for at least my brain.
So you recently conducted your first spacewalk. Can you explain what you did and how it felt to be floating out there in space?
Honestly, a little terrifying at first. Again, comrade was there.
Sir, it's very simple. You've done it for us before. We'd like you to give us a space shout out. Go Army, beat Navy. Maybe some kind of cool little, flippy do there with your non-gravity. We've got to have it for the soldiers, sir.
All right, here goes. Go Army, beat Navy.
Sir, they said there was a little bit of an echo on my first question, so I'm going to restate it for you. Why is it important for the Army to have astronauts?
It's important for the Army to have astronauts because it's a long-standing tradition that the Army, our humanity goes, consistently participating. It just continues that long history.
Thank you, sir. And once again, being on the International Space Station is?
Being on the International Space Station is complex. It's exhilarating, it's amazing, and, well, it's not only amazing and exhilarating things, and our lives could be at stake if we do something incorrectly. Army officers, Army soldiers, participating in pushing the boundaries of where humanity goes, or exploring new territories. So,
Sir, thank you so much. We are so proud of you. Thank you for being our representative.
thank you. Thanks for this time to do the interview. Appreciate it.
Station, this is Houston ACR. That concludes the event.
Thank you to all participants from Soldiers TV and Marines Media. Station, we are now resuming operational space to grounds.